Strife here, and I'm playing Dragon Age 2. Right now, I'm trying to figure out where we were because my game froze up last time. And so, we didn't get everything in. From between our saves, so let's see here. Let's do... So kind of choose mine. Do the balloon pit last. Right over here. Try to double back and do what I want. The reason we're doubling back is because I want to make sure we're not missing anything. Like that. They're having fun.
You know, mercy, sir. Are it that easy?
Don't hit me.
I will know where you're going, and I will know now.
I thought Templars only treated mages this badly. Nice to see you're branching out.
This is Templar business, stranger.
You have struck me the last time, you pathetic human.
Maker preserve us. I'll deal with this! I knew he was involved in something sinister. But this...
Do you think he was possessed?
Normally we all fall victim to possession. I have heard of blood mages or demons in solid form who could summon others in... I'd not thought one of our own would be susceptible.
With what I've bumped into in Kirkwall, nothing surprises me anymore.
I am Knight Captain Cullen. I thank you for your assistance. I've been conducting an investigation of some of our recruits who have gone missing. Wilmod was the first to return. I had hoped to confront him quietly, out of sight.
If you didn't know he was possessed, why draw your sword on a recruit?
He'd only been back a few days when he left again. It set off some warning bells. I meant to scare him into a confession. He had to believe my threats were genuine.
The recruits believed that Meredith was conducting some sort of deadly ritual.
What? That's preposterous. Weaving circle with their rumors. There is a vigil before Templars take their arms, but the gravest danger they face is falling asleep.
Do you know what happened to Wilmod while he was gone?
Obviously more than I had anticipated. Wilmod has never been fully convinced of the Order's rules. Mages cannot be our friends. They must always be watched. I thought Wilmod might be meeting with some old friends who'd escaped.
I've got friends who are mages. Are you saying they need to always be watched as well?
I was at the Circle Tower in Ferelden during the Blight. I saw firsthand how Templars' trust and leniency can be rewarded.
Trust and leniency? Is that what you call it?
A firmer reign may have prevented that entire circle from being annulled.
Where there's one demon, there's usually more. Where do we start digging?
I fear it is time to widen this investigation. My discretion may have cost me one of our best recruits, Wilmot's friend Karen. They were last seen together at the Blooming Rose. But I had no luck interrogating the, young ladies there. I doubt they know anything of magic or demons.
I'd be willing to search there.
The Order would truly be in your debt if you helped us with this. No one at the brothel will speak with me for fear I would shut them down for serving our recruits. If you learn what manner of creature did this to Wilmot, please come tell me in the gallows. I will ensure you are rewarded.
Lovely. Who wants to complain? Go ahead and deal with Isabella's stuff.
Kirkwall nights aren't safe. Always some group of thugs around. Someone will usually pay for their removal, though.
Somebody's attacking me? What the shit? Zidla?
There you are. I've been here for hours. Ada hasn't shown up. No one has. I don't like this.
I don't like this. That's right up there with what could possibly go wrong.
That's the win for. Got her.
Somebody needs a nose job. Maybe I'll just take it off for the rest of her life. You won't have to worry about the nose job.
You hit like my grandmother. Ada sent them. Search the bodies. I need to find out where he is. Hiding in the chantry and sending thugs to finish me off? Coward. He'll not get away with this. Come on.
Okay, cleaned house. No more loot just for now. Okay.
Isabella, should have known you'd find me here.
Tell your men to burn the letters next time.
Castillon was heartbroken when he heard about the shipwreck. You should have let him know you survived.
It must have slipped my mind.
Where's the relic?
I lost it. Castillon's just going to have to do without.
Lost it? Just like you lost a ship full of valuable cargo.
They weren't cargo, Hader. They were people.
Those slaves were worth 100 sovereigns a head, and you let them scurry off into the wilds. And now the relic's gone too. Castillon won't be happy to hear that. I promise you.
Will someone explain what's going on?
Isabella's been a very bad girl. Ruined a perfect business deal, and then ran away. She didn't tell you?
I told him enough. I said I arranged for a duel, which I did. I also said you wouldn't play fair, which you didn't. We can talk later if you want. Right now, we have other problems.
Castillon isn't a very happy person, is he? Maybe he needs a new hobby.
There's only one way to settle this.
Stab first, ask questions later.
Trust me, it's better this way. Castillon won't hear about me from Hader, but he'll find me eventually. I just have to get him the relic. It's simple as that.
What's so interesting about the relic?
I don't really know what it is, except that it's ancient and worth my weight in gold. Castillon has me chasing it down as payback. To be honest, I think he just wants me dead. But that would be letting...
And information on the relic.
That's right. Insisted he knew everything that was going on in Kirkwall. He lied. I bet he doesn't even know everything going on in his pants.
Did you end up in Kirkwall because your ship was destroyed?
And on the reefs near the city. I managed to make it to shore. Most of my men weren't as lucky. Poor sods. I knew some of those men almost 10 years. Oh, balls. He's a merchant based to the Felicissima Armada. I used to work for him. The jobs mostly involved smuggling lyrium, jewels, or the criminal acquaintance. He paid well.
What's this about you freeing slaves?
I was asked to escort Castillon's cargo ship. I got a bad feeling about the job partway through. Boarded the ship to find slaves. Nearly 200. Elves, children even. It was sickening. They paid Castillon to take them away from the Blight. He took their money and sold them into slavery. Even I can see that's wrong.
If getting the relic gets Castillon off your back, then I'll help you retrieve it.
I still don't know where it is, but you'll be the first to know if I hear anything. Anyway, thanks for helping me out with Hader. I think I'll tag along for a while. There might be something I could do for you. And I have a room at the Hanged Man if you're looking for company later.
I didn't get a single thing from them except from Hader himself.
Someone's always trying to take over at night. But someone else will always pay for their removal.
Quintus, I'll get your order in a minute. One drink.
Madam says no, and I'm not crossing that old bat for anything.
I can do whatever I want. You're not the boss of me.
Do you need something, honey?
You don't work here, do you? With the customers?
You're no prize yourself, sweetheart. Is there something you want?
A couple of Templar recruits went missing. They were last seen here.
You'll have to be more specific. We do a lot of business with the Templars.
We have a lot of missing Templars. If we don't act quickly, we may only find corpses.
Now get all dramatic on me. Let me look through the books. Wilmot, Karen... Here we go. Wilmot came in here a lot. You sure he had time to be a Templar? The both of them last saw Iduna, the exotic wonder from the east.
That's quite the stage name.
It sounds better than the tramp from Darktown. You should hear what some of the others are called.
Is there anything else you can tell me?
Honey, I could write volumes on the things I know. Unless you want Wilmot's favorite position, you have what you need. You didn't hear any of this from me. We clear?
Quintus, where's my Montsemart white wine?
I have to get it from the cellar.
Hello? Is Anders there? Anders?
You can stop yelling. It's always me.
Oh, good. I didn't want to talk to that other guy. You know, the stick in the mud.
He can still hear you. Justice and I are one. Anyway, you wanted to talk to me?
Not really. I just wanted to make sure it was you.
Mom says I don't have to listen. She makes triple.
Carl was a good mage. A good man.
You must be the exotic wonder of the East. Do you remember meeting a Templar named Wilmot a few weeks ago? Or Karen?
Wilmot. Wilmot. That doesn't sound familiar.
Do your clients like this charade? It must get dreadfully tiresome.
Whatever do you mean? Questions are boring. Why don't we have some real fun?
Are you... We can't postpone this, Hawk.
You should listen to your friend.
We have to ask her about Karen. What's your problem?
You really can be quite a bore. You know that, right?
As charming and relentless as you are, I'm here to investigate.
Answer one of my questions first. Who told you about little old me?
It was Vivica. She showed me her books.
So hard, was it? So, Vivica sold me out, did that drab, pathetic little sewer rat. She will be dealt with. Just do one more thing for me. Draw your blade and bring it gently across your throat.
Anders, make her stop. Let go of my friends.
How did you... Oh, shit. Spare me, Messer. In equal measure, what I learned from... elsewhere.
Blood magic, then.
Yes, Messer. Please don't kill me.
You're going to answer all my questions, and if there's even a hint of magic...
Tirani put me here, to send biddable Templar recruits to the Sanctuary. Three Spear Alley in the Undercity. I enchanted Wilmot and Keren weeks ago, but after they left these walls, I know not what came of them. Please, let me live. It's not my fault. It was all Tirani's idea.
Tirani?
She put me up the ancient Imperium. That mages can rule again, not serve. She says the Templars cannot hold against us if we stand up and fight.
This base of yours, how many other mages are there? Any other defenses?
People go in and out all the time. Sometimes a handful, sometimes more. There are traps. Magical traps. There's a hidden switch at the front. It turns them off. That's all I know.
The Templars are coming for you. No more of your tricks.
We need to go to the Sanctuary. Some blood mage bitch needs to pay for this.
These thugs are plaguing the streets. I don't see a problem in giving them the fight they want.
He's ignoring me now. Hey! Is my coin not good enough for you? Oh, Hawk. Thanks for helping me with that little problem I had. You going to buy me a drink to celebrate our victory?
You drink the swill here?
It's an acquired taste. Oh, before I forget, are you still looking for work? Because I have a friend who needs some help.
A friend of yours is a friend of mine. What can I do?
He didn't say, and I didn't ask, but I'm sure you're up to it. His name's Martin. He has a room right here in the Hanged Man. Tell him I sent you. Now, you going to leave me to my drinking or what? Anything interesting happening around town?
You've been nursing that empty mug for hours. Get another drink or get out.
The Ferelden, eh? Athenril said you might help me. Some raider captains are having secret meetings at night in Lowtown. The job's simple. Break up the meeting and kill every one of the bastards.
That's not much to go on.
It's in Ob.
Just tell me where they are.
All the details are in this letter. If you manage to eavesdrop on the meeting before you kill them, there'll be extra in it for you. I'll be here.
be off with you. I'll do what I say.
You ever going to stop harping on the mages?
No.
They aren't what you saw in Tevinter.
The moment they are free, mages will make themselves magisters.
They're slaves. You should want to help them.
I don't.
Hey, who are you?
My, you're jumpy. Look at you, cowering in a corner. What happened to the fearless, dashing raider I used to know?
I'm not a raider anymore, Isabella. I'm just an honest merchant now.
Please, Martin. You wouldn't know honest if I tied you up and spanked you with it.
You tie him, I'll go find some honesty.
Very Bella. You said you could find me help. This is the best you could do, eh?
Yes, why don't we insult the people coming to help? That will work out wonderfully.
You want the help or not?
Yes, I want help. I need someone to help me my stolen cargo. This job's as easy as a peg-legged tavern wench. And there's good coin in it to boot.
What did the raiders do to you?
They closed in on my ship and forced her into the cliffs. My crew and I barely made it out alive. They must have salvaged the cargo when it washed ashore.
Are the raiders a big problem around here?
They've got some big plan for Kirkwall, or so I've heard. If they're not a problem now, they will be soon.
It's your cargo. You look for it.
Those raiders are still looking for me. I'm not going to draw their attention.
You used to be a raider. What happened?
Yes, I was a raider. Back then it was just smuggling and petty thievery. It's changed since that madman Ianto took power around here. Extortion, murder, kidnapping. He does it all. It's just not to my taste. I tried to get out, but he didn't like it. This scar on my neck, he gave it to me. Slit my throat and threw me overboard. I tried to start a new life away from this bullshit. And he has his men chase me down and steal my cargo.
And you're perfectly innocent of wrongdoing, aren't you?
Why would the raiders want your cargo? Is it valuable?
How should I know why they want it? It's just spices and herbs. Nothing special. You'll need to look around the docks. The crates bear the seal of the Orlesian Port Authority, so you'll know it when you see it.
You're assuming I know what an Orlesian Port Authority seal looks like.
It's fancy. Just like everything Orlesian. I've had it with the raiders, and this cargo is the key to me getting on the straight and narrow. You're doing me a huge favor here, friend. Thank you, and be careful.
I removed another bunch of lowlifes.
You're a real street cleaner, Sarah Hawk. Our compliments.
magical...
Sorry?
You know, when you stick your hand into people.
Oh, that. Yes, it's, talent.
You could make so that...
Make her turn his gaze on you, child.
Watch out by the...
I'm looking for some cargo.
You're in luck. Cargo all around. Take your pick.
A laborer with a smart mouth. You hardly ever see those.
What do you want?
I'm looking for crates sealed by the Orlesian Port Authority.
Haven't seen any. Sorry.
Talk to the Harbour Master. I'll bet he's got information about your cargo. He's in his office.
Hey, if you're done wagging your tongue... We get those sacks off the docks.
Right, come in.
Just don't ask where anything came from.
Watch out by the canary.
Shipping manifest.
I'm looking for cargo bearing the seal of the Orlesian Port Authority.
Ugh. Adam, deal with this.
I apologize on Liam's behalf. Very busy man. I'm Adam, the Harbour Master's assistant. I understand you're looking for Elysian cargo. I have seen the... I can't remember where. Such a shame.
I can't imagine.
The clink of gold coin often jogs my memory.
They say your life flashes in front of your eyes before you die.
You're not going to kill me in broad daylight.
It's enough to help you
Ah, it's coming back to me. The cargo is in Alton Woodrow's warehouse, by the dock. I'm glad we could help each other.
I seek any information on suspected apostates.
Get out of my...
Please.
Someone coming. Tell the others. This is private property.
What are you guarding?
Imported goods.
Who owns this warehouse?
Master Woodrow, I suppose. It's rented storage space.
Let's see what's behind that door.
No visitors allowed.
You're in my way.
We're under attack.
Let's go! What the mess?
Trap! That should do it.
Watch your step.
I wouldn't breathe that in if I was like Martin's trading in death. don't like the looks of this.
Done.
Why was your friend made tranquil? Do you know?
No. And it does. Nobody deserves that.
I know some mages who deserve that.
Really? Perhaps they should start making slaves tranquil. Then they wouldn't dream of escaping. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Slaves do not attract demons that try to possess them.
Which clearly justifies it. What a perfect solution.
And all we get is shit from Hightown.
Andraste's grace be with you. The alienage's dirty
Isabella, you never talk about the Mage's plight. What? There's plenty to say.
And you say enough for the lot of us, don't you think?
So you're telling me you have no opinion on the matter?
None whatsoever.
That can't be true.
No, I'm afraid I'm really this shallow.
Guess what I found? Crates filled with enough poison to assassinate every noble in Orlais, and then some.
I knew I should have told you not to look in the crates. Look, there's nothing shady going on here. I got the stuff from a legitimate supplier, and I'm going to sell it through legitimate channels. It's all legitimate.
It's poison.
I just sell it. I'm not responsible for what people do with it. So, where is it?
Do you know where Alton Woodrow's warehouse is?
Merchant Woodrow's place. I know it. Thanks for this, friend. You've more than earned your reward. I'm gonna get my goods. You come back once I'm set up, I'll give you a discount.
We should go carefully. Who knows what this many blood mages may have summoned to defend themselves.
Trap! All set! I'll deal with this! Out of range! Watch your step. That should do it.
How wonderful. More vessels for our experiments.
Where is Karen?
Perhaps the demons will find one of you suitable.
Always the demon thing. Can't you people say no?
I am not some hopeless waif that ran crying to a demon. I sought them out and embraced them.
Can we talk about how hypocritical that is of Anders to say, since he technically took an experiment himself?
Why have you taken the recruits?
Demons can inhabit much more than mages and corpses. With assistance, they can control anyone I ask. Any Templar, any noble, any well-meaning meddler.
You do know I cut a path through your abominations, right?
Good, good. The demons like spirit. If a few more Templars fall to the demons, we can seed chaos in their ranks. How many abominations can they discover amongst their own before it drives the Knight Commander crazy?
I don't think that's all it takes to make her go crazy. Because, I mean...
Tell me where Karen is.
The experiments need so much fuel, you see. So many living vessels are found wanting. Useless vessels can still feed the compost heap, so it's not a complete waste.
Good to know you're barking mad. That makes things easier.
In days of old, The Tevinter Imperium spanned the known world. Demons were their allies, held in check by power and knowledge. With a wave of a hand, I could do more than a Templar can achieve in a lifetime. Yet they command us. Absurd. We should be ruling them. We should rule you all. Kill the vessels only if you must.
I'll deal with this!
Is it over?
Karen.
Yes, that's my name. Oh, thank the Maker. I thought he had abandoned me.
Do not trust him. He's likely possessed.
The cage has opened. Thank Andraste.
This will be fun.
Any chance you can tell if Karen has an extra passenger?
Well, there's one sure way.
What was that about?
If there was a demon in there, it would have defended.
If there's even the slightest chance you're possessed, the Templars need to know.
No, I'm me, I swear. Don't tell the Templars. They do to me. Please, I need to go back. Tell them I'm all right. Tell my sister.
I'm scared of the madness.
I must go. When you talk to Sir Cullen, maybe downplay the blood magic angle. We don't need the Templars cracking down even harder. Freedom! What a crock. Beats the alienage.
Don't like that. Die.
Lovely. How can I push that?
I think I need a bath. Do you think I need a bath?
We should move on.
I thank you, Sirah, for coming along when you did. I am Emmerich.
You're older than I thought you'd be. Ninette seems to go for the young, pointy-eared sorts.
What?
Ninette de Karak. I hear she got around. And you were asking about her, so I just assumed.
Preposterous. I was concerned that she was in danger, and that is all. However, the investigation has been a waste of time.
That sort of attitude will never pay off.
Ha! I was eager at first, but failure has leached all enthusiasm from me. This all started when Meren, one of our Circle mages, disappeared. I found it odd. She was a bit older and hardly adventurous. Then I heard about Ninette and 2 other missing women.
Between the Circle and Ghislaine, is it any wonder these women ran away?
I think the disappearances are connected, and I suspect foul play is involved.
Doesn't the Circle use phylacteries to keep track of its mages?
We followed her phylactery to a foundry, but found nothing. I had heard of sympathizers smuggling mages through Darktown, so came here hoping to pick up the trail. But no trace of Meren. And as you've seen, asking the locals hasn't made me very popular.
Have you mentioned any of this to the city guard?
They say there's no proof the disappearances are connected. They think the women just left home, that it happens all the time.
People don't just disappear. Perhaps they were murdered or kidnapped.
We found no bodies, no ransom notes. Those women just vanished.
Mages routinely flee the Circle. Perhaps Meren just wanted freedom.
She had always been loyal. She received lilies from an unknown suitor, and some of us thought she may have gone to meet him. Perhaps her disappearance is linked.
Can I assist your investigation?
It's no longer my investigation, Sirrah. You may take over if you wish. This battle showed that I'm no longer the warrior I used to be. I know when to walk away. Here, take my findings. Perhaps you can make more use of them. I'm going back to the gallows. I'm too old for this.
A foundry in Lowtown. I should look into that.
Would-be slaves. They weren't slaves yet.
Still, you did the right thing. Many would turn a blind eye.
Don't read too much into it, all right? It just seemed a good idea at the time.
Yep. Going up the long stairway. I'm back in. Nah. Yeah, little pinpricks to annoy me.
demons. Summoned by another mage, no doubt.
That ring looks Orlesian.
A severed hand, a ring, and a pile of bones. Emmerich will want to see this. And I should bring the ring to Ghislaine. It might belong to Ninette.
Like the looks of this.
Done. All set.
All those furnaces. What the heck do they do in here?
Mages into Winter who don't use blood magic.
Of course, there are slaves. The Magisters do not hesitate to collar their own kind.
But no Magisters.
Why must you go on about this? No Magister would turn down an advantage over his rivals. If he did, he'd be dead.
You know, to use blood magic, you need to look a demon in the eye and accept his offer. I just figured some of them would say no. For aesthetic reasons, if nothing else.
I couldn't bring back your wife, but it looks pricey.
Oh. Ninette's wedding ring. Yes. Look at the engraving. Forever faithful, forever yours. Oh. Written in happier times. Where did you find it?
Just know that she...
It's better this way. Our marriage has been in shambles for more than a decade. I'll send the ring to her family. With luck, it will appease them. Thank you for all your help, Sarah. Make her watch over.
Welcome, merchant. Well, good luck to you then.
I've got some good news and some bad news.
What? What is it?
Good news, Karen is safe. Bad news, half of your recruits may have been possessed by demons.
Sweet blood of Andraste.
Demons? Did you say something about the recruits and demons?
I didn't want to tell you, Masha. They were horrible. Those mages see the rest of us as ants to be crushed. They won't stop until they've destroyed the Chantry and the Templars forever.
The situation is dealt with. Who is right and wrong is academic.
Wrong! This is no stuffy scholars' debate. This is the central fact of the world that Andraste recognized. But I will not preach. Thank you for your service. I will relieve Karen of his commission now, pending investigation. If there is any chance he still harbors a demon in him...
No, you can't really think that. Karen's fine. He's safe.
But tell that to the victims if it turns out that our suspicions are correct.
Please, sir. I tried to resist. I never took anything they offered. I need this position or my sister can't eat. I've been training for 5 years.
Karen did nothing wrong. You can't strip his livelihood on the off chance Tirane succeeded.
Please, Knight Captain. I'll prove I'm loyal. Ask me anything.
My brother's a good man, sir. He would never to a demon.
Perhaps it is best to keep our enemies close. We can watch him far better here than in the city. If he has shown no sign of demonic possession in 10 years' time, Karen will become eligible for full knighthood.
Thank you, Sirrah. Again. But without a full knighthood, Karen's pay is so small. I do not know if I can reward you as you deserve.
I will handle that, miss. You have done the Order a great service. We will not forget it.
Recognize your mage? This was left in the foundry you mentioned in your notes. I was also attacked by shades.
These are human bones. Then there is no chance of finding Meren alive, or any of the others.
I saw someone leaving the scene, but they got away. I'm sorry.
It was more than I accomplished. I will bring this to the City Guard immediately. It should be enough to convince them the disappearances are worth investigating.
I wish there was a way out of here.
Don't understand. It held an enchantment just yesterday.
I hear you're in need of a bit of help.
Ah, so you're the reinforcements the Magistrate promised. The man you're looking for,
What
he's
a
holed up in
nose.
the ruins. Though I doubt he's still in one piece.
That bastard's to be brought in alive after all he's done? Just because it isn't you and your pretty little shemlin children he's after.
Look at these guards. I doubt either of them has to worry about having pretty children.
That's not what I meant. The man you're after, he targets elves. He dragged my daughter into those ruins and killed her! I want him dead! My girl, Leah, she wasn't his first victim. Over the years, he's taken dozens of our children, and not once has he paid for his crimes.
Would you mind telling me who you are?
My name is Elrin. I'm a merchant in the city. Please, no, our children are being
There must be some humans who would take offense to these disappearances.
We're nothing to them. Even if this murderer does finally go before the courts, the magistrate won't take our word over his.
Why not human children as well?
We're easy prey. No one thinks twice when an elven child disappears.
I'll tear his throat out myself.
Thank you, Sarah. You have no idea what this means. For all my damn coin, I'm still only— There'll be no justice for my girl in the courts of Kirkwall.
What do you say about all this?
They won't go in after him. They're stalling, trying to give the murdering bastard a chance.
Now, Elf, like we said before, and if you think we'll be going against the magistrate's orders.
This murderer cannot be allowed to walk free.
Then that bastard will finally get what he deserves. Thank you.
Not wise, stranger. You try to take justice into your own hands, the magistrate will have your head.
Better men have tried, and failed. Horribly.
Again.
Look at all the pretty lava. I was expecting to get attacked back there. I wonder. shop after this.
Too far! Out of range! Out of range! Now you fall! It's too far! Needs to get closer!
Who are you? Please, can you get me out of here? I just want to go home.
Leah, your father told us you were dead.
My father? Is he safe? Kelder said that he'd hurt my family if I didn't come with him.
Who is Kelder?
That took me.
I don't see any injuries. Are you all right?
He hit me, told me I was nothing. I begged him to stop hurting me. I didn't think he would, but out of nowhere, he pushed me away and just started crying. Don't you see? He didn't mean to hurt me. He told me. There are demons. They make him do these horrible things.
I'll have to remember to use that. A demon made me do it.
But it's true. How else could he do something like this?
She is a child and does not understand. Her pity is admirable, but misplaced.
Kelder is dangerous, Leah. If he fights back, I can't promise he won't get hurt.
He won't fight you, I promise.
Run to the entrance. You'll find your father there.
Trap! What a mess! Out of range!
We are victorious.
I knew my father would eventually send someone. I was hoping the beasts down here would get to me first.
You wanted those creatures to kill you? Why?
It's what I deserve. I should be torn apart, forgotten down here, not protected by my father.
From the Magistrate's vague description, I expected a hardened criminal, not a whining coward.
He didn't tell you, did he? The Magistrate is my father. He's tried so hard to keep me, and what I've done, hidden away.
Not hard enough, so it seems.
The Magistrate's more worried about keeping his job than doing his job.
Father is a good man. He tried to help me. No one can. That elf girl, she had no right to be so beautiful. So demons said was supposed to help me, but they lied. They said there were no demons, that I was mad. This isn't my fault.
Leah said you told her to run. Why?
I was crying, and she asked me if I was all right. After everything the demons made me do to her, she was concerned about me. How could I let them destroy something so good, so pure?
Dude, you're crazy.
Let me get this straight. You torture and murder children for being too...
I didn't want to hurt them. They forced me. The demons don't like it when they cry.
If the Circle suspected a demon at work, they wouldn't risk setting you loose in the city.
No. They lied.
Real mages suffer enough without charlatans like you making it worse.
Coward. Doesn't even have the balls to own up to his own depravity.
I can't stop. I've tried. You have to kill me. There's no other way.
Allow me to grant his wish, if you will not.
Any last words before he kills you, Kelda?
Father. I'm sorry.
You saved her. My little girl. I didn't dare hope... Did you find that monster? Is he dead?
Bring him back as the undead and then kill him again?
No, that's all right. I'd rather he stay dead. I didn't believe an elf could ever get justice in Kirkwall. I speak for all of us when I say that we are in your debt, Sora.
I feel just as bad for those knife ears as the next man. But ignoring the magistrate's direct orders...
Here we go.
Old Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
What's a Shemlin?
It is the elven word for human.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
Who are you people?
We are the last of the Elven.
So you say, frequently.
We remember who the people truly are, even as you city elves forget.
I'm not expecting tea and cakes. I just need to see someone.
Nothing here for any human.
Wait. This is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shemlin? I thought he'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marithari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blade, stranger.
Arathari. I was told to bring you this amulet.
Andarana Tishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marathari. Let me look at you. There is a light in your heart, human. Don't let it go out. You will need it. Tell me how this burden fell to you.
Your guards said you spoke of me. How did you know I was coming?
I listened. To the wind, to the birds, as the hunters do. To my dreams. I watched the stars. There is great wisdom to be found all around us, if you know how to listen for it. But I was not certain. Nothing is certain.
Are you the leader of these Dalish? Why did the witch tell me to bring this amulet to you?
I am the keeper of this clan. It is my task to guide my people and to ensure the old ways are not forgotten. As for Asha Bellinar, I am tied to her, just as you are, by a debt that must be repaid.
Exactly what?
It is a promise, child, made by one whose word still has weight. And therefore, it has full power. There are few things in this world stronger than a promise kept. Remember that.
A dragon fell from the sky, charred some darkspawn, then asked me to bring you this amulet. No big deal.
You are blessed by luck, then. I will pray that Mithal watches over your path. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain, and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me parted?
I will send my first with you. She will see to... And we must ask that you take her with you when you go.
Your first? First of what?
Your people would call her my apprentice, or heir. Merrill would have taken my place as keeper, but she has chosen a new path. Please guide her safely from here.
If that's what you want.
It isn't what I want, but it is what she wants. You will find Merrill waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shiral.
Maybe it's not the mountain. Maybe it's just you that's cursed my...
House. You've done more for me than I have any right to expect. But I don't even know what some of the things on this list are.
If I were the Keeper, you wouldn't even have that list. Your family murdered Zathrian and his entire tribe.
They weren't themselves, and each day more lose themselves to the beast.
What's this about curses and beasts?
This Shemlin speaks for the werewolves of the Brazilian forest. She represents murderers.
And saviors too. They fought at the Battle of Denerim with the hero of Ferelden. But now they're losing hold of their senses. Even the Lady of the Forest is growing wild. If you don't help soon, there'll be nothing but monsters, and then be murders.
We are done.
I can help keep the werewolves from turning to beasts. I will.
Thank you. The curse can't be broken, but it can be slowed. The Keeper gave me a list of ingredients, but some will be difficult and dangerous to find. Please, help me find them.
It won't be the same. A Shemlin?
Oh, I didn't hear.
You must be the one the Keeper told me about. Anethera.
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Meryl. Which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
Why are you leaving the Dalish for Kirkwall?
I have to. Let's leave it at that for now, all right?
I get the feeling you're in trouble.
It's not like that. Not exactly, anyway. The Keeper and I have disagreements, but it will sort itself out in time.
Did you hear that strange noise?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
You seem awfully nervous.
Never met a human before. Dalish mothers frighten their children with stories about you, you know. Not you, personally, of course. I'm sure they don't have any tales about you. Or not scary ones, at least. Not that you're not notable enough to have a story. I'll just shut up now. I've never met a human before. Dalish mothers frighten their children with stories about you, you know. Not you, personally, of course. Not that you're not notable enough to have a story. I'll just shut up now.
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose. The first to keep a Marathari. I've studied the old ways for as long as I can remember. I know things. The law of the Dalish that can help us get to the summit of Sendermort.
My name is Hawke. Glad to make your acquaintance, Meryl.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm not very experienced with your kind. The Keeper said... I spent most of my life there. We only came north a few years ago. Have you been in the Free Marches long? Do you like it?
Wall's not brown enough for me. But hey, no Darkspawn.
Ferelden wasn't that brown. The dirt and muck gave it character. We should go. Your task is for Asher Belenar. It's not wise to make her wait.
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop. Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
I take it you've been expecting me to bring this amulet for some time.
The Keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that. I do know that you have Asher Belenar's amulet. And we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
You know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Asher Belenar wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
Let's get this over with. I am Master Islan, a crafter for this clan. Forced to stay so close to this Shemlin city, I've seen my share of outsiders pass through our camp. Is there something you needed? Are you a specialist? What sort of things do you make? A Dalish crafter does many, anything our clan has need of. I don't need anything right now. Of course. finish crafting this No,
Shemlin. Wonderful. Make your business here quick.
Asha Belenar. One mustn't trifle with her. Terrible things will happen.
No herd of Hala. I thought all Dale...
This one time, I was sailing to Lemerin, and there was a fight between two of my men. It was over a dice game, or the last piece of toast or something. Sailors, they're touchy about their toast.
Is this going anywhere?
It will if you let me finish. So, there's a knife fight, and Jim ends up with a broken-off blade stuck in his shoulder. It's buried deep in there, and we're out at sea at least a week from the nearest port. If you were there, you could have reached in and plucked that blade right from his flesh.
That's your whole point?
Pretty much.
The Keeper didn't mention you were a mage.
I imagine it's difficult to give away something nobody wants.
All keepers know a bit of old magic. The stories tell us that all Elven once had the gift. But like so many things, it was lost. It's a keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Can't demons possess Dalish mages?
It can happen. And when it does, the clan must hunt and kill their own keeper.
Does the Chantry know about the Dalish mages?
Oh, they know. Keeper Marathari told me that was one of the reasons we never camped too long in one place. They usually won't pursue us if we stay away from the cities and towns and keep moving.
You don't know how good you've got it.
But my clan is now in more danger, having lost our Hala.
If you go to Kirkwall, you'll be an apostate in a city full of Templars.
I know. But if I don't go to Kirkwall, I'll be alone. A solitary elf is easy prey for anyone. In the city, I can get lost in the crowd.
Please, keep turning skeletons into toads for us.
But I never... Right. Not literally. Happy to help. I've done a little fighting before, but it was always alone. I'll try not to hit anyone. On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again. Let's go.
be right back, guys. I mean, seriously. What are you wrong with the climbing?
So the Keeper find you from here.
Yes.
Finish your task quickly, human. We cannot be at this one too soon.
Isn't Dalish camaraderie delightful?
I have made my choice. And I will save our clan whatever you think.
Sundermount seems very mountain. Lots of rock and hillside.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Let's go. I'm sorry. You're not really seeing the Dalish at their best. We're good people that look out for each other.
But the Dalish are delightful. I was just thinking of inviting the whole clan over for tea.
I'm sure they'd never accept in a... Oh. Right. Sarcasm. Even if my people don't appreciate my efforts, I must see this through. Let's go. Ashabel Anar isn't known for her patience.
Okay, it looks like we're good so far. Somebody's been here. Silverite. Really. Stagnant water. What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the razor, with a rusty razor, early in the morning. With a drunken sailor,
That should do it.
I tell you, I'm going to have that song stuck in my head. Hello, sexy. I missed you. Do we do with a drunken sailor? Mates. Do with a drunken sailor? Can't see the clan from here. Path like that we took to get up here. Still the same luck. Fine, I know you didn't like me.
open the way forward. One moment.
Blood magic. Foolish. Very foolish.
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
Sure, demons are very helpful. Right up until they take your mind and turn you into a monster.
Well, yes. But that won't happen. I know how to defend myself. Be careful up ahead. Restless things prowl the heights. In the days of Arlathon, the Elders came here to sleep. The endless dream, they called it. But they don't sleep peacefully anymore.
Deep mushroom. Mushrooms. Shrooms. I like shrooms. Well, no, I don't, but
Watch your
say
step.
shrooms.
Done.
Ah.
Ah!
This is my
Mess!
So this relic you mentioned losing...
You have pretty eyes.
I have pretty eyes.
You
does.
elves have such pretty eyes. Even the men. It makes me want to pluck them out and wear them as a necklace.
I wouldn't suggest trying.
Oh, I would never try. Not without reason, of course.
Forget I said anything.
All set.
It wouldn't be nearly as pretty if they were dead. So I just prefer to stare at those pretty green eyes inside of his eye sockets. Okay.
I think it's safe now. Place the amulet on the altar.
They really do not want people up here, do they?
Aharin Amala
Salem. Emma ira bella seviranan. Isalahamin vinanhim dofilas. In usenera narivas.
And here we are. A witch.
Friend of yours?
You speak the word as if it is cheap coin, meant for spending.
You don't know me.
Huh. I know your type.
Andarana Tishan Ashabalana.
One of the people. I see. So young and bright. Do you know who I am, beyond that title?
I know only a little.
Then stand. The people bend their knee too quickly. So refreshing, someone who keeps their end of a bargain. I end up in a merchant.
No one wanted to buy it. Maybe because it had a witch inside.
Just a piece, but it was all I needed. A bit of security, should the inevitable occur. And if I know my Morrigan, it already has.
You were no simple witch.
Figured that out yourself, did you?
I have seen powerful mages, spirits, and abominations, but you are none of those things. What are you?
Such a cute... The chains are broken, but are you truly free?
You still...
I am a fly in the ointment. I am a whisper in the shadows. I am also an old, old woman. More than that, you need not know. She's a girl who thinks she knows what is what better than I or anyone. And why not? I raised her to be as she is. I cannot expect her to be less.
I'm not sure whether she's your daughter or your enemy.
Neither is she.
Why did you need me to bring you here?
Because I had an appointment to keep. And because I did not want to be followed, you smuggled me here quite nicely.
I don't understand. Are you some kind of vision?
Must I be in only one place? Bodies are such limiting things. I am but a fragment cast adrift from the whole, a bit of in the storm.
A fragment?
Child, know only that you may have saved my life, just as I once saved yours. And even trade, I think.
Hands, I take it.
Destiny awaits us both, dear boy. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice. We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It is only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly.
Cheap advice from a dragon.
We all have our challenges. As for you, child, step carefully. No path is darker than when your eyes are shut.
Maceranus Ashabelana.
Now the time has come for me to leave. You have my thanks and my sympathy.
Your debt is paid in full. It isn't too late to change your mind, Dalen.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart.
Yeah, let's as well as be going back there soon.
Elganon. Is this really where the elves live?
Yes, this is it.
If you think this is bad, you should see where I live.
I didn't think it would be so... I've never seen so many people in one place before. It seems so lonely.
You already know me. You'll make other friends soon enough.
Guy. Thank you. Thank you for everything. For all your help. Will you come visit me? Not now, of course. But maybe later. I could use a friend.
Of course. But only because you used that "you kicked my puppy" voice.
Thank you. Oh, I'm thanking you too much, aren't I? I mean it, though.
Busy today, I see. Your wife is over her sickness. The worst is over. Soon. I've missed too much work already.
How do you do that?
I don't want to do that yet.
Do what, kitten?
You sort of
go when you walk.
I've been trying, but I trip over my own feet when I do it.
You just strut. It's not something you practice.
How do I learn it then?
It comes to you, usually at night. It's like a lover, or maybe a burglar. It ravishes you, or runs off with all your jewelry, and you have to run it down and stab it in the heart. And that metaphor got a bit away from me, didn't it?
Yes.
I think it did, but it was certainly exciting.
Hey there, lovely.
Check your purse. I think something.
Where did you get this? It's just what I need.
The best of awesome. You ever know?
I found this amazing hat shop in Lowtown.
Okay, now I can do that mission because I don't want to converse with me with this one.
Do you have a parrot, Isabella?
What would I want to... What about a peg leg? Do you have one of those? You can see that I don't, dear.
Eye patch?
I'm disappointing you terribly, aren't I? And no hook for a hand either.
Seems that Varric's pirate stories are awfully inaccurate.
He knows, kitten. He likes them better that way. Please, Sir Thrask.
I am sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
Can we... This could be Mother.
I'm guessing that Templar wasn't here to offer your son his good wishes.
Annie, my boy Fenrir. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. To the Fade. It gives him nightmare. Demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself. He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle, but I am afraid without proper trade self.
Dalish tattoos. Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant, Vincento. When I found I was with child, neither Vincento nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant. I raised Fenrir myself, here in the alienage.
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Fenrir still refused to contact the Circle. But I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
What kind of dreams is he having?
To him, pulling him into their world. Every day, it grows harder to wake him. That is why I turned to the Circle. They are the only ones that can protect a mage from his own powers.
Abominations are always so awkward at family reunions.
No, please, you must find him before... Before the demons finish their work, he must be brought to safety. If you won't do it for Fainrail, do it for Kirkwall. The Templars say a lad like my son is a danger to the whole city if left untrained.
And back to safety, I promise.
I don't know where Fainrail is gone, but there are 2 places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Fainrail's father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Fainrail might have sought him out.
Tell me about this Templar.
I believe he's a good man. He doesn't hate mages, but sees what it took me too long to realize. Even the best-intentioned mages are at the mercy of their sleeping minds. There are other Templars who are much less sympathetic.
You and Fain not married?
Vincento had no desire for a wife, an elf-blooded child. I haven't seen him since the day I told him.
People just aren't built for life. At least Fainrail has a mother who cares about him.
I have written, though, to keep him informed about his child. Fainrail wanted to meet him.
I will not, Harry.
Magic can be a fearful gift. Your son deserves the best aid learning how to manage it.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding. It's almost a relief, Dunley.
What's the point?
Go see.
Greetings, Sarah. You look like a man who'd be interested even still to grace his hand. I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
Actually, I'm more interested in your son.
Son? I have never had that privilege, Sarah. My poor wife, she's back in Antiva and cannot see me often with my travels.
Please, Sarah. I know you must fear for Fainrail, but we mean him no harm.
Hard to tell in this city who means who harm, no?
Perhaps you can set his mind at ease.
We are no Templars, Sarah. You're...
Maldición, you are a mage. I suppose you'd be kind then to a boy who resists being taken in by Templars?
Of course.
The boy's in over his head. So I sent him to the only man I know who doesn't despise mages. A former Templar named...
Why would a Templar help him?
His conscience plagues him, having served the Templars too long. He now helps mages on the run. At night, he stays near Darktown. That's the best place to find him.
You're so lucky. How do you figure? I would have loved to have a brother, and a mother, and an uncle. It must be wonderful. You'd never be alone. It is wonderful. Although it might be better without Uncle Gamlen.
And the hate for the uncle continues.
Check your purse. I think you lost.
Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop. My name is Solivitus. Please, take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment. Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
Remedy that? Potions shop. You, my good man, are priceless.
The pun wasn't intentional, although I may use that next time. It's been too dangerous to leave the city of late, and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick of my new creations.
Make up a list of what you need, and I'll keep an eye out for you.
A discount on everything in the shop, Sirrah.
Marked up these potions
I
well
hope the
beyond
fellow you took this from didn't give you much trouble.
He is trying to earn money for the service.
Ah, my young friend. How goes the search?
Are you the tempting the boy Fainriel?
I did not realize his name was known so widely. Perhaps you know Ariane from when she was with the Dalish.
We don't all know each other. There are a lot of clans, you know.
Are you a friend of his?
Have you met him? What is he like?
From his mother's description, he sounds much like any youngster we bring to the Circle. Frightened of his gift, resentful at losing his freedom, convinced he is the one exception to our laws. Hardly someone you would wish to people with his mind.
No young boy should have to face down demons alone.
It is surprising what sympathies mages evoke. I always expect people to be more wary of their powers than touched by their struggles. If we do not find Fainriel soon, it will not matter. Either he will be taken by the demons, or by less mystical predators. And I have said more than enough on the topic. This is a Templar matter, and we will be handling it.
Seems like you help you can get.
True. It is surely not in the lad's best interests to turn away anyone who seeks to find him. There is a Templar, former Templar, by the name of Samson. He left the Order due to philosophical differences. He has been known to Kirkwall. If Fainriel went to him, Samson wouldn't tell me. He stays out of sight by day, but I have seen him at night, near the entrance to Darktown.
I have told the Knight Commander of your service.
Do we need to be here? Why do you keep talking to him?
She commends your quick thinking and has agreed to keep the lad Karen around for observation.
I've heard a lot about the Knight Commander. What's she really like?
She is not an easy taskmaster, but it is not an easy task. I would not have liked her when I was younger. I thought mages deserved a softer touch. But Meredith is never fooled by a sweet face. She always sees the demon behind it.
You sound Ferelden. How did you end up here?
I was in the Circle Tower in Ferelden when Uldred summoned his demons. I was held in a cage for... I can't even say. Weeks, months. It was nightmare. I watched. On those made my life to avoid seeing that again.
What's it like being in the Order? Do you feel you're accomplishing anything?
The Templars are not a good choice for anyone who requires a strong sense of achievement. It is a losing battle. Every day, new mages are born in Thedas. Every day, those born a dozen years ago come into their power. The best we can do is to contain the threat, and recruit more to fill our own ranks when they're emptied.
Darn it, that beamlet doesn't work.
You have to admit, the Templars have brought some of this hatred on themselves.
That is the popular school of thought, no? It used to be that Templars were welcomed wherever they went, for defending people from dark magics. Now the townsfolk are as likely to slam their doors as offer us a bed. The image of the chained apprentice is a powerful one, and one the mages are more than willing to exploit.
I found this amazing hat shop in Lowtown.
Best armor coin can buy.
Clearly, this enchantment was performed. By one less student.
Welcome back to Souls, my friend.
Andraste herself said...
If you could do anything, just anything at all, what would you do? That's easy. Be normal. No magic. Just normal.
Really? You wouldn't fly across Thedas or eat a cake the size of Kirkwall? Keep a baby griffin?
Well, now that you say it, the griffin might not be so bad.
I'd name mine Feathers.
Cute together.
Just don't... ask where anything came from. Watch out.
What were you before you were a pirate?
I had a husband. He didn't beat me, I can say about it.
So you left him?
He was murdered by my lover.
It was all very Antivan. Oh. I don't think I'd like to live in Antiva.
I don't want to see any trouble from you.
clothing of all kinds.
Someone try stabbing them.
What wonderful advice. They're pretty illegal, and I don't have anybody I want to stab. Wait, is that really too bad if I really don't have anybody I want to stab? Ah, yes, I'd rather not stab people.
I think you let this get you.
Time to go get that.
Dalish elf here? And Arana Tishan's sister. Though the land suffereth, the Maker yet notices the smallest of deeds.
If you know, you'll leave.
I forgot something very important back there in Hightown. Just landed it in a few minutes.
Insist if you must, but Viscount Dumas will see no one. If you've news of Seamus, I will relay it to him.
Fine. Tell Dumas my scouts have tracked the boy and his Canary captor to the Wounded Coast. I'm taking a full company after return. I expect him to make a show of the reward.
Need to deal with one excessive.
He may be Tal Vashoth. The Winters leave nothing to chance. Get out of my bloody...
Yes, what is it?
If this is about a rescue, that woman did not seem...
He is the type I feared we would attract. As I told the others, Viscount Dumas' son, Seamus, is missing. We suspect he was taken by a Kunari. If you would like to try your hand at securing his safe return, feel free. I have certainly granted no exclusivity to the Winters, a violent approach.
Nothing. Until now.
There is truly nothing known. He is gone. There have been sightings of a Kunari. The only complication is that Seamus is known to be of a sympathetic mind. He may have placed himself in danger, but it is danger nonetheless.
The Kunari are not wild in the city. Petition their leader for the boy's return.
The Arishok has declared that it is not his role to do so. Apparently their rebels, the Tal Vashoth, are hunted anyway, killed for what they are, not for what they may have done. That does not bode well for Seamus.
This isn't a task for a guardsman.
There is a concern of appearance. If we used guards, it would allow Viscount Dumas' opponents to say this admits the Kunari threat, because the city responded. In these times, public embarrassment is preferable to official embarrassment.
I should know about the competition.
The Winter... They don't care one whit if Seamus is unharmed. Sirrah Gin is hungry for a foothold in fair Kirkwall. And frankly, we have enough of their kind.
Ready the reward. He'll be back in no time.
Declare it if you like, but brings him back safe. A discussion you are welcome to have with the Winters, should you encounter them, on the Wounded Coast. Messere, please stop kicking the wall.
That corner looks dusty.
The guard will throw you out if you kick that wall one more time.
back to Hightown and forget something important.
So, you've been with women in bed? I know. Shocking, isn't it? You see, Sweetness, men are only good for one thing. Women are good for 6.
Isabella! I just need to understand. What do they want?
I'm just wondering what the heck she meant.
I thought the refugees were keeping to Lurton.
Oh man, I'm now wondering what... I'm going to have to ask Charlie later. Knowing that man, he'll have the answer to my question.
No loitering.
Old Vincento said someone might come sniffing around. You're looking for the boy, right? Feign something. I'll tell you now, there's not much I can do for you.
I'm looking for a retired Templar named Samson.
Retired. Sounds better than burned out husk of a Templar begging coins in the choke damp. They don't do anything to keep you, you know. You join the Order, you're free to walk away. But they're the only ones who got the dust. And ore the dwarves mine. Magic in its raw form. You need to drink the stuff to face down the magicers. Problem is, if you ever try to stop, it just about kills you.
Is it true you give aid to apostates fleeing the Templars?
The mages I help, they're no more than children, newly discovered their magic and terrified. Barely left their mother's skirts, and now we're saying they got to be locked away for their own good. That demons are hunting them. Do you wonder they run?
Who helps anyone for the right price.
What kind of price?
Help me, and you don't end up dead.
The Maker don't look kindly on them who tease broken old men. Right. The lad came to me, not a silver in his pockets. Told him there's nothing I can do for him.
You abandoned him?
I pointed him to a ship captain I know, Rayner. Sometimes he'll take on runaways. Took another apostate last week, girl I sent him. Might have gone wrong though. I heard rumors he took the both of them captive instead.
So your good friends are kidnappized?
Not a friend. Just someone who's not afraid to try this business. Rumor has it, Rayner had the pair of them locked inside a Keys warehouse, somewhere close to Dockside. You want to go looking? You might find the lad before he gets ransomed to the Templars. Or worse.
Oh, I got attacked. Do. Down here.
Can't we talk about it? No? I need to get
Out of your element, dwarf?
Thanks to this lot. You, though, you're what a man needs. A skilled...
Not making sense, any...
Heads in Kirkwall have no lyrium, no demons. Anyone can use it.
I felt it. Their ships fire thunder.
I doubt they will...
That Erish, that only they're out. Tal Vashath, or that... I'll go talk to them. Didn't go over well. But maybe he'll bargain if I get rid of something that bothers him more than, well, me.
The Tal Vashath.
The Tal Vashath. Are you up for some paid hunting?
Your people must have something like that already.
Small things, shaped to crack faults, not shatter the earth. Plus, they're mostly lyrium. Expensive, poisonous, the Chantry controls it topside, the glow makes you a target. Problem after problem.
Your people must have something like...
Expensive, poisonous, the Chantry controls it topside.
What's the point, when we already have magic that can do the same thing?
Maybe you have magic, all tough and human and whatnot. But what of the common man? How does he remove stumps from his land on his enemies? What does he do when he needs a hole far too fast? Magic is hard to market. But this stuff you can put in a bag.
All right, I'll step in for you. For a price.
I'm done bargain hunting. I want it done right. Now, best I could figure, they're up the Wounded Coast, a whole camp. Take their heads off and meet me at the compound in Kirkwall. Get this right, and we'll be richly rewarded.
The Dalish won't help find the ingredients. There's only you.
Andaran Atishan, stranger.
May the Dread Wolf never hear your footsteps.
Shemlin. One.
Oh, Merrill. So you've returned. How has your time been among the Shemlin?
It's been nothing but roses and rainbows, Master Island. The alienage is lovely in the spring. The collapsing shacks and drunken brutes are nicely offset by the knee-deep mud.
This path has been of your own choosing, Merrill. A path that has saddened the clan greatly.
Perhaps if the clan was more accepting of the ancient ways and not so mired in fear.
Enough! We will not bicker like children in front of strangers. It's done. My apologies for that display. Perhaps we can start again. You've returned. Is there something you need?
Do you have any pure iron bark in stock?
What use is iron bark to you? I've never met a Shem who could bend it to his will. Either way, I'm out of stock. I do know where it can be found, but it is impossible to retrieve. Our people were forbidden from venturing to the area after we lost 2 of our best hunters there.
What happened that warriors as skilled as the Dalish refused to venture to the area?
Your respect for our hunters is most surprising, stranger. The place is overrun on. If we tried to eradicate them, we would risk the precious few hunters we have left. I'll show you where... Dalish crown, I assure...
Shemlin. Wonderful. Came quick. You're leaving us.
See each other again, Chandon.
Mourn Tamlin, to mourn him forever.
If you're wise, you'll stay far away from that same person.
Well, all the other ingredients were amount.
If you're wise, you'll stay far away from that.
Do you really like sailing?
Like it? I love it. The salt spray on my face, whipping by my pulse, screaming. I love it all.
Oh, don't you get sick? I was so sick on our trip across the sea.
Were you in the hold?
Everyone was in the hold.
There's your problem. You need to be up on deck, under the sky, with nothing between you and the horizon. Sailing is like sex. Do it wrong, and it'll make you sick. But do it right, and there's no feeling in the world like it.
What a surprise! Now you fall! For me, please?
Paul.
I ruined...
At least it's not a hanging offense. You can do this. Be brave.
And Tishan, stranger.
A Shemlin?
I found all the ingredients, Clara.
I knew you'd come through. Take this. I need to go before it's too late.
Now we fight! That's enough!
Okay, no. Go there.
The Keeper told me there would be days like this.
Out of range! It's too far! That's enough!
That was exciting.
Okay. Snips and stubby dog tails. These are made out of.
People talk that book you were reading this morning. Assyrian spear. I don't think he had a spear in the legends.
He does in this one. Read the description.
Andraste knelt before no man but her maker. But she hadn't counted on the Archon Hessarian. Can Hessarian penetrate the tight-knit defenses of the warrior prophetess? Will she be prepared to face the full blast of his power? Wait a minute. Isabella, this is a vulgar thing.
You want to borrow it?
No!
You sure? It has pictures.
Not listening, I'm not listening.
Pure iron.
It's a history of the gallows. It does not trouble me.
afterward.
I guess you've been with a lot of
Men, women, elves. A dwarf in drag once, but I don't recommend that.
Oh.
Oh, you're blushing. Why? How many lovers have you had?
I never...
You're a virgin. Hawk, you've been holding out on the poor girl. Get her a night at the Blooming Rose. On me.
That's very generous.
Oh my.
Hope Serendipity's working tonight.
Serendipity. Gives me shivers. I don't know if it's a bad or a good way, but serendipity gives me shivers.
To you.
Egregio Pavali. There are 6 bottles in the cellar. Denarius used to have me pour it for his guests. My appearance intimidated them, he said, which he enjoyed.
Nothing like a bit of fear with your wine.
That's what Denarius used to say. It's good I can still take pleasure in the small things.
You could have offered me a glass first, you know.
There's more, if you're really interested.
Perish the thought. How else would you redecorate the walls?
I've wanted to leave my past behind me, but it won't stay there. Tell me, have you never wanted to return to Ferelden?
I've started a life here.
And that you leave it behind so easily?
I lost my brother to the Blight.
And now he no longer matters to you? I apologize. Simply sounds very familiar.
Do you intend to keep living here?
Decided. For now, it's as good as any other. I would return to Saharan if I could, but there is no life for me there.
Is that where you're from?
So I've been told.
Were you very young when you left then? Track your former...
I imagine he has returned to Minrathous, though I dare not go near the city while he is alive. No, it is better to wait for him to leave his fortress, fight from a fortified position. I do not expect your help when that day comes, but I would not turn it aside.
You've been on the run a long time, then.
3 years now. Denarius has a way of finding me. Perhaps it is the markings. Whatever the means, it never takes him long to follow. First time I've given him reason to pause. I suppose there are advantages in numbers.
Haven't you sought help before?
Hirelings, when I could steal the coin. Never anyone of substance. Until you. Denarius will not give up, however. I await his return.
What if he does get...
Then I go to him. I will not live with a wolf at my back.
Sounds like the right idea to me.
If it comes to that, I doubt it will.
It sounds like you want to stick around.
I could see myself staying, for the right reasons. I should thank you again for helping me against the Hunters.
Yes, you should.
Had I known Ansar would find me a man so capable, I might have asked him to look sooner.
It turned out well enough.
It did at that. I will not keep you longer. Another time, perhaps.
I had a friend like you. Got in all kinds of trouble. Dragged me along. Didn't think I'd be doing that again. I got a bit weighty the last time we talked. Sorry for putting that on you.
You'd be surprised how people just tell me that I must look trustworthy.
You look... something. True. Proud. Like even if you don't agree with me, you'll be honest. I hope I'm too selfish when I told you about justice. Would happen. I figured a willing host, a friend. It had to be better than playing the demon and haunting some corpse.
Still creepy.
Fine. What would you do? How would you try to stand against the Templars? If you're born with magic, they hear about it. They search your little rat-spit village and find you. They tell your parent if they ever ask about you, stripped of their rights in the eyes of the Maker. And if you run away, they hunt you down. Again.
You're starting to glow again.
And since you're head here and I don't want to rip it off, I should stop. Yes. Sorry. Besides, we have so much to do before the Deep Roads. Next time, to more pleasant topics.
Okay, guys. It's time to save and get off for the night. Catch y'all later. Adios. Bye-bye. Hockey Strive is out.